Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Thursday, January 9, 2025. In the headlines, new law year to open on Friday under the theme Accessibility and Awareness, the ECSC bridging the gap through community engagement. Government to establish a scholarship policy. Submissions closed for rebranded Independence Calypso competition. Also in the news regionally, Venezuela's president to enter third term, protests as opposition disputes the winner. Internationally, EU leaders react to Donald Trump's comments on Greenland. Plus, in the sports news, 2025 Independent Secondary Schools Under-20 cricket tournament to begin next week. We invite you to stay with us. We'll be back after.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court will officially begin its 2025 law year on Friday, January 12, with its traditional ceremonial opening hosted in St. Lucia and streamed live across the region. Nisha Paul reports.
This year's event is themed Accessibility and Awareness, the ECSC, bridging the gap through community engagement. The proceedings will include church services in member states and territories, followed by processions to local courts for the formal sitting. In Grenada, the day begins with a church service at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception at 8:15 a.m., followed by the mounting and inspection of the Guard of Honor. The special sitting at the Supreme Court in the Clico building will start at 10 a.m. Acting Chief Justice, His Lordship the Honorable Mario Michel, will deliver the feature address live from St. Lucia. Representatives from other member states and territories will participate via Zoom. Attorney Francis Paul, president of the Grenada Bar Association, highlighted progress in improving access to justice, but emphasized the need for greater public awareness of the services offered by the courts.
There is still a lot of awareness to be done in terms of, people being aware of the civil procedure rules, their rights as a civil litigant. And I think that, the team, bridging the gap through community engagement. Community engagement is always needed to sensitize the public on, what is going on, the improvements in the Supreme Court, all the technological advances, for instance, the litigation portal for folks who are not technological savvy, so they can understand and able to access justice.
He also called attention to several deficiencies within the judicial system.
We still have the registry which have limited resources. For instance, there is a lot of probate applications before the registry that are still outstanding. I know the registrar and our staff are doing their best to ensure that these applications are granted. And I must say that there is now another deputy registrar, so you have the registrar and 2 deputy registrars to assist with the functions of the registry. We still are waiting, the long-awaited halls of justice. So there's a lot to be done, but thus far, the courts have made access to justice a high priority. And I look forward to this year, 2025, under the team, and wish the court, the ECSC, all the best in its endeavors to ensure that access to justice is maintained, and to continue with the innovation and the reforms for the year 2025 and beyond.
The public is encouraged to engage in the ceremonial opening by attending the events in person or viewing the live stream on social media platforms. The ECSC aims to use the occasion to celebrate its achievements while addressing challenges in delivering justice across the Eastern Caribbean. Reporting for GBN News, Nisha Paul.
All right, so just to go back, of course, tomorrow, Friday, the 10th of January, the official law year will open. All right, the start of the new law year in Grenada will mark the resumption of judicial proceedings. Fresh cases will be brought before the court, and trials are scheduled to continue from the previous term. However, as the legal calendar begins, long-standing concerns about inefficiencies in the country's justice system persist, prompting renewed calls for modernization and reform. Here's another Nisha Paul report.
As Grenada's courts prepare to tackle a fresh slate of cases, criminal defense attorney Jerry Edwin is once again voicing concerns about the inefficiencies and outdated practices that plague the judicial system.
We have lingering problems. In the Victoria Magistrates Court, for example, the issue of the ventilation has not been resolved. Similarly, in the High Court, the air conditioning has its own mood. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We have the elevator issues in the Magistrates Court, in the High Court as well. Hopefully, when we return, it will be resolved.
Edwin further criticized what he described as the continued reliance on early 20th century methods of recording proceedings in both the magistrates and high courts, despite the advancements in technology.
There have been very minimal efforts to bring our courts into the 21st century. Hopefully, someone will look at it in 2025. If they don't, we will always come here and lament the fact that our courts are operating in an antiquated era. It means, of course, that there is little reliance, and there will always be questions about the way court proceedings are conducted.
His comments come as Grenada's judiciary faces mounting pressure to address long-standing issues, including case backlogs, inadequate infrastructure, and limited resources. Edwin emphasized that modernizing court operations, particularly in adopting digital tools for record keeping and case management, could significantly enhance efficiency as the courts strive to move forward. Edwin's remarks serve as a stark reminder of the reforms still needed to ensure that justice is both accessible and timely. For now, the legal community will watch closely to see if this new term brings meaningful progress to Grenada's judicial system. Reporting for GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Other news, the rebranded Independence Calypso competition kicks off with the preliminary round. Wednesday was the final day for artists to submit their entries via flash drive. 20 semi-finalists will be selected. Christina John has the details.
My daughter, I have to tell you of all the struggles that we've been through. The 70s was a great era when we never stooped to conquer. Massive strikes and demonstration ended with a revolution. First time in the English Caribbean, the empire was gained by the gun. But my daughter was not impressed. Here is the question she asked me next.
Entertainer Anthony Phillip, aka Rankin Marvin, one of this year's entrants into the Independence Mona competition, giving us a taste of his rendition. Marvin said after years of trying, he is eager to make it to the semi-final.
I am looking as forward to as every other artist to get through to the semi-final. It will be one of the biggest things because sometimes, you know, when you never enter something before, right now on edge. First thing, I must thank Sokare because Sokare is the one who told me, look, Marvin, you could sing a calypso, sing something, a standard song, right? I took the opportunity and I record a song. It's called Great Eras or Great Eras. So it's a backdrop of our history come up from the 70s. I took it from the 70s come up. But one absolute thing I must say, the song was written by Lloyd Pancho, Mr. X. I must give him his credit.
The Independence Committee has rebranded the competition to the Independence Mona competition, allowing the participation of different genres of music. Rankin Marvin welcomes the change.
Love that. That is progress. I am not a stagnated person. There's other people can sing independent song. There's so many people could sing. Look what has happened. There's a floodgate now. Grenada has become, this is good. I have no hang of changes there. If you as an artist, if you don't want to step up, it's up to you. If you want to stay in one way and do, everything evolves. So once you stay on par, you'll fall behind. Yeah.
Ray Samuel, no stranger to the independence competition stage, says he is ready.
Well, this is my third year taking part in the independence competition, and I made the semi-final twice already. This year, hoping to make it the fourth time and go straight to the final. I saw a suit last year for the final. I didn't reach the final. I'm going to wear that suit this year into the final.
The semi-final of the competition is scheduled for January 25th at the Las Jazz playing field in St. David. There will be an appearance fee of $2,000 for the 20 semi-finalists, from which 9 will be selected for the finals, which takes place on Saturday, 1st February at the bus terminal in St. Patrick. Participants will be competing for the first prize of $15,000, second prize $12,000, third prize $10,000, and fourth prize $8,000. A performance and an appearance fee will be awarded to participants in 5th to 10th positions. Here's a taste of Samuel's version.
It's another anniversary. We start the journey beyond 50. So many things I want to see. It takes effort from all the country. Start with the environment, make an adjustment, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's not hard to do. Come and plant a tree. Now everybody think sustainability.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the Roman Calypso tent was launched 1 year ago with a plan to recognize local artists who have made significant contributions in the music industry in Grenada. Guided by the theme, Bridging the Gap Together, 4 stalwarts were recognized and awarded during the first year. Anthony Phillip, Rankin Marvin, one of the founding members, believes artists should be given their flowers before they die.
Well, Rankin Marvin has been up to so many things, but one thing captured my heart. Last year, my associate, Mr. Sokare, Ray Samuel, approached me and said, Rankin Marvin, what do you think about the status of a Roman Calypso tent? I said, but that is the most brilliant thing I heard for years. So, as the old saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So we took that step last year on a very significant significant date, the 29th of February. So how significant? At the Escape Bar in Latant, we honored Mr. Eban, also known as Chain, for his 50 years of service. And imagine the man singing for 50 years. That honored Mr. Dictator Walter Thomas for his song Brighter Out of Darkness, which is a standard song. Then we also honored Steve Theodore for his big and beautiful song. And finally, we honored Miss Lady Cinti for being the first female Calypso monarch. Because
the entertainers said they decided to host another event based on the feedback they received. He's optimistic that this initiative will grow bigger and better in the years ahead.
Perhaps somehow these artists may have gone under the radar. We don't know, but we need to give these artists their moment in time. This is the word I was looking for, their moment in time. Because they made us happy all over the years. So you're not only the twilight. So that thing took off, this response we got, because people saw the genuinity in what we were doing, and it took off. We look for people not established, So it's like to rekindle, revisit, re-establish. The key word there is re. We want to reinvigorate the spirit, bring them back out. So with this year, we have made a big distinct change. We have landed a venue which is called Enchanted Restaurant and Bar, right on Old Fort Road there, where on the 17th, Friday the 17th at 5 p.m., we'll be honoring one of our most cherished artists, Mr. Arthur Stephen, a.k.a. Smokey, because as we surely remember, and may I also remind some of you all, that he was the man who took it, the mood to say, I could record for myself, I could start it, because I think in the 80s we were more dependent on Trinidad producers and things, and Smokey too. So the word I'm going to use there is the pivotal. He made that pivotal move, and look at today now, Grenada has such a nice, well, we could get a little better, but our music industry is going good.
This story to report, Grenada shifts gears towards sustainability with a surge in hybrid vehicle imports, driving the island closer to a greener future. Rena Thomas tells us more.
The Ministry of Climate Resilience is excited to see a 300% increase in the importation of hybrid vehicles in Grenada over the last 2 years, with 111 such vehicles recorded on island as of November 2024. According to Leslie Smith, Director in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, this shows the gradual adoption of electrical vehicles in Grenada, which reduces the island's carbon footprint. Smith spoke of the benefit government has implemented for persons bringing in hybrid vehicles.
We've had a significant increase in the number of electric vehicles over the last 2 years, about 300% increase. And part of the reason for that is because of the fiscal incentives that government is offering for the importation of these vehicles. As a matter of fact, government is offering a 100% concession on all electric vehicles, and that makes it actually cheaper than the corresponding internal combustion engine. Additionally, government is also offering 75% concession on hybrid vehicles, and again, that makes them cheaper. And Minister said, and it's very correct, that we've had an exponential increase in these hybrid vehicles on our roads.
This announcement coincided with the Ministry of Climate Resilience receiving a brand new hybrid vehicle from GIZ, the German Corporation for International Cooperation, as part of its NDC Tech project. This initiative is a critical step in advancing Grenada's sustainable transport goals, reflecting the ministry's dedication to fostering international partnership and promoting green innovations. Marion Geis, head of the GIZ project in Grenada, explained that under the NDC Tech project, the hybrid vehicle will be monitored until 2027 to collect data on its carbon footprint compared to conventional vehicles. This data will contribute to future strategies for reducing emission.
So what we want to demonstrate and what we want to capture is monitoring data and real live examples of the benefits of an electric vehicle. Why are we doing this, and why are we doing this with climate money? We want to first do our contribution in reducing the CO2 footprint. So what we're going to do is we're going to monitor this beautiful electric vehicle with a combustion vehicle in comparison and show how the CO2 and the environmental footprint actually differs and makes a difference. And this will hopefully inform any policy decisions in the future, not just in Grenada, but beyond in the region.
During the handover ceremony, Minister for Climate Resilience and the Environment, Karen James, called on both the private and public sectors to actively contribute to preserving Grenada's environment. She emphasized that safeguarding the environment requires collective responsibility and commitment.
So it's not only for Transport Commission, it's not only for ministries to go about more efficient, but it's also for us to make a complete 360 around all sectors in Grenada. So with that I say thank you. We would like to implore on the private sector, we would like to implore on the public sector as well to play a part in this whole transition. We are doing our part, as small as it may seem, but it is large and big in our own way based on where we were and where we are at now. And so we are going to make every effort to ensuring that we give you easier access towards getting these electric vehicles or hybrid vehicles.
The development underscores Grenada's progress towards sustainable transportation, demonstrating the government's commitment to environmental perseverance and climate resilience. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Still to come in Network News, government moves to establish a scholarship policy. Stay with us.
The St. John's Christian Secondary School 60th anniversary, January 12th to the 19th, 2025, celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance, calling all alumni. Come out and celebrate with us. Here's the calendar of events. On Sunday, January 12th, church service at the school auditorium from 9:30 a.m. Wednesday, January 15th, meet and greet at Belmont Estate 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 16th, health fair at the school from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Friday 17th January, Chapel Day, open forum at 10 a.m., open house at 11 a.m. Sunday, January 19th, gala at the Trade Center from 7 p.m.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Chairs to You loan. Get up to $50,000, repayable in up to 10 years, and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anne, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. The finest loans we have to spread the Christmas cheer. With Republic Bank, we can make your dreams come true. Like magic, it will appear. With Republic Bank, make this Christmas happen. With Republic Bank this year. Merry Christmas.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Whoa!
Whoa! Did you hear that? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto jackpot is $200,000. Play Lotto today for chances at winning big. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
In 2025, the Royal Grenada Police Force will be boosting its efforts in community policing, building on its relationship with the Grenadian public. More in this Rena Pett Thomas report.
Community policing has been a cornerstone for the Royal Grenada Police Force efforts to foster trust and strengthening its relationship with the general public. This initiative has proven instrumental in promoting collaboration and mutual understanding between law enforcement and communities across Grenada. For 2025, the RGPF has emphasized that this strategy remains a top priority. Rather than introducing significant changes, the force plans to build on the foundation already established, ensuring continuity in its approach to public engagement and community safety. Desmond Richard, the community police coordinator within the RGPF, explained the importance of its ongoing effort. He reaffirmed the RGPF's dedication to bridging the gap between officers and residents through proactive measures and meaningful interactions.
I wouldn't say it's different so much, but it's to build on what the foundation that we have laid.
Okay.
You would realize some way, well, we started it a long time ago, it died off for a while, and we realized no, from the commission and executive, realized no, we have to get back there. So this is not just a station initiative, this is the commission, this is the whole RGPF center pillar, the middle pillar in which we build everything else, which we send all our tentacles in terms of dealing with crime.
Richard outlined several key areas of focus for 2025, which includes addressing the unique challenges faced by different communities, implementing programs aimed at youth engagement, and expanding initiatives to improve safety and awareness. He addressed that these efforts are designed not only to maintain law and order, but also to create an environment where citizens feel empowered to collaborate with the police in tackling social and security issues.
And so we have already started the work in terms of our engagements, our town meetings, meeting with the school, because that is one of the things we'll be doing. Going and sit with them, taking away this
having that one-on-one conversation with
police clothes, makes you look as if as an enforcement, and have a more civil conversation with those guys on the block, because I have done it. We now can go with them, of course, and the wider stakeholders. This is what we picked up on the ground. This is what we feel is happening. How can we collectively, what plans can we put in place to help them become better and to change their mindset in terms of where they are?
The RGPF's community policing strategy reflects a long-term vision of inclusivity, trust building, and problem solving. As the force continues its work in these areas, it is expected that the partnership between law enforcement and the public will grow ever stronger, fostering a safe and more united Grenada. Rena Pett Thomas, GBN News.
Building resilience in Grenadian communities demands a shift in mindset so that individuals recognize the long-term consequences of their actions on health, the environment, and society altogether. This was the central message delivered by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell during Monday's Beyond the Headlines. Details in this Nisha Paul report.
Addressing issues about sustainability and community well-being, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell emphasized the urgent need for behavioral changes to create a more resilient Grenada. He underscored the importance of adapting to evolving challenges while fostering sustainable habits.
We have to care about the long-term sustainability of the actions that we engage in. So if you think it's okay to just throw garbage onto the streets, because we pay the solid waste to clean it up. Well, it's just a matter of time when one day solid waste may not be able to pick it up. It may go bankrupt. The cost of collecting the garbage may overwhelm its operations and it gets stuck in a drain. And then a flood is going to come and it's the same garbage that's going to come down in your house or someone else's house. So we have to recognize that it's cause and effect and there has to be limits to me. But I'm saying those behaviors can be unlearned. Right, and then I think for each of us, we also owe it to the next generation.
The Prime Minister also called for a renewed sense of compassion among Grenadians, stressing that resilience goes beyond environmental and economic factors. It also includes strengthening the bonds of humanity and mutual support.
When we talk about the mindset about what happens to building resilience into our communities, let's take an obvious example. If we pursue material things at all costs, then we will say it's fine, you can dump the mangrove and go build in the mangrove. But you can't control the rain, and you can't control the weather. And eventually the river will come down, your building will get flooded out, your building will get destroyed. But if we are thinking about resilience, we ought to be sensible and strong enough to say, hold on, it can't be development at all costs. It can't be a building at all costs. This is not a place for building because it simply is not sustainable.
Sustainable practices, he said, are not optional, but essential in ensuring Grenada's ability to cope with future challenges. From climate change to health crisis, building resilience requires collective action and accountability. As Grenada continues to address environmental and societal challenges, the call for action is clear. The call to action is clear. Fostering resilience begins with each individual, and every small step taken today can lead to a stronger, more united tomorrow. Christina John, GBN News.
The government of Grenada is taking decisive steps to implement a comprehensive scholarship policy to streamline and better manage the distribution of opportunities in education. Here's all we can tell you. This announcement was made by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell during Monday's edition of Beyond the Headlines, during which he emphasized the need for a structured approach to ensure greater equity and alignment with national development goals.
You may, to be more practical, should you give scholarships for psychology or should you give scholarships for specialist doctors? Right? Those are questions we'll have to ask. And in fairness to the public, when someone comes and says, I want to study psychology, if we say we're not giving you scholarships, we should be able to rationalize why and be able to say to you, look, as it stands, we do not have any doctors who are specialists in Grenada. And therefore it means that for basic specialist services, our citizens are paying tens of thousands of dollars and having to leave the country or many times die.
The Prime Minister stressed the importance of revisiting how scholarships are allocated and monitored. The proposed policy aims to address issues of accountability and prioritize fields of study that directly support Grenada's growth in critical sectors such as health, education, and technology. He underscored the government's commitment to fostering talent that will remain and contribute meaningfully to the nation's progress. Data, according to Prime Minister Mitchell, indicate that Grenada has received approximately $300 million worth of scholarships in the medical field alone over the years. However, a significant portion of these scholarships has benefited students studying outside the country. This raises questions about the long-term impact on Grenada's development, as many beneficiaries do not return to contribute to the local economy or health sector.
So I think first, purely from an appeal to conscience, and from engagement with the diaspora. And in fairness to the diaspora medical profession, I think they've always expressed a willingness to give back, to come back, and to serve. But I also think there's a bit of a cultural challenge where oftentimes they're not received well, right? Or there's significant roadblocks in terms of receiving well. And I'm talking about this. That is a major challenge.
All right, so the initiative to formalize a scholarship policy comes amid growing concerns about brain drain and the need to optimize the use of external resources for national benefit. As discussions advance, the government is expected to engage stakeholders, including education institutions, private sector representatives, and international partners, to develop a framework that ensures scholarships yield sustainable returns for Grenada. Still to come from us. The 2025 Grenada Sailing Week to kick off on January 26. Prepare for 5 days of sailing and 6 nights of partying. Back in a moment.
For 30 years, we've been driven by a commitment to our customers and to continuously improving our standards of quality.
Through every success and challenge, your support remains unwavering.
That loyalty has inspired us to listen, learn, and return with a renewed commitment.
We've taken important steps to ensure that your health and safety remain top priority.
And each bottle is a reflection of our promise to deliver the highest standards of quality.
As we move forward, we want to thank you for always standing by us.
We are honored and extremely grateful to be back. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, and cheers to 30 more years.
$10 on Playway, $20 back up on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding Multi-X to your bet? Yes, Multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and Multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, Multi-X all of the daily games.
With Multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add Multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
Welcome back. The craftsmanship of a talented Grenadian artisan will be on full display at Grenada Sailing Week 2025. 7 sloops meticulously built by Clyde Frank from Petit Martinique are expected to be strong contenders for one of the top prizes in the competition. Nico and Roberts, one of the event hosts, praised Frank's exceptional skill in boat building. She noted that Frank is a seasoned craftsman whose work can inspire others to pursue this traditional art form.
But this year, we were fortunate, we were blessed enough to have 7 carrier cruise sloops built by a Petit Martinican, a Grenadian from Petit Martinique, Clyde Frank. and they are fantastic.
Beautiful.
They are beautiful. I know Mr. Frank, I believe, has displayed his boats at the Biennale in Venice.
Yeah.
And this is, again, one of the reasons why we're encouraging more Grenadians to come out and see what Grenadians can do. Because Mr. Frank is a creative who produces world-class craft.
Roberts referred to boat building as a huge career opportunity and noted its potential impact on the lives of the builders and the economy.
These model boats, they sell for, you can make a sustainable livelihood by building model boats. And we get this opportunity to work with the Office of Creative Affairs so that they can video and show content of him putting these boats together. And we're inviting people. We have our press launch on the 15th. That's next week, Wednesday. The boats will be on display, and you can come to the final prize giving and see quality Grenadian workmanship being presented as first prizes for the races.
5 days of sailing, 6 nights of partying. The 2025 Grenada Sailing Week will be held from January 26 to 31, with the first 2 days of sailing on the sister Isle of Carriacou and the last 3 days in Grenada. We can tell you 15 boats are already registered. Sports news in a moment.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anne, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Ministry of Youth and Sports 2025 Independence Under-20 Cricket Tournament for secondary schools will commence on Tuesday, January 14, 2025. 12 secondary schools have registered to participate in the tournament, which is being held in collaboration with the National Celebrations Committee as part of its scheduled activities. The event is separated into 2 zones and will be played on several fields. All matches begin at 10:30 a.m. in innings of 30 overs. The participating schools are Zone 1, Grenada Christian Academy, Grenada SDA Comprehensive School, Grenville Secondary, MacDonald College, St. Andrews Anglican Secondary, and St. Mark's Secondary. Zone 2, Boca Secondary, Grenada Boys Secondary, J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary, Presentation Brothers College, St. David's Catholic Secondary, and Wester Hall Secondary. The ministry is asking the public to support the tournament to witness the cricket talent that exists in secondary schools across Grenada. Cricket West Indies announced the women's squad to compete against Bangladesh in the upcoming inaugural bilateral white ball tour of the West Indies from January 19 to 31. The tour will feature 3 CG United one-day internationals and 3 T20 internationals, all scheduled to take place at Warner Park in Basse-Terre, St. Kitts. This marks the West Indies women's first ever bilateral series against Bangladesh. It is Bangladesh's first bilateral series tour of the Caribbean as both teams continue their preparation for upcoming ICC events. The 2 teams last met in the group stage of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 in the UAE on October 10, when West Indies women secured an 8-wicket victory at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Their last T20 international clash was on November 9, 2018 at Guyana's Providence Stadium during that year's ICC Women's T20 World Cup in the Caribbean. Their last one-day international meeting, which took place nearly 3 years ago in New Zealand on March 18, 2022, resulted in a 4-run victory for the West Indies. Overall, the 2 teams have met 5 times in international competition, 4 times in T20 internationals, and once in a one-day international. West Indies are yet to taste defeat. West Indies women's squad reads: Hayley Matthews, captain; Charmaine Campbell, vice-captain; Aliyah Aline, Narissa Crafton, Deandra Dotton, Afi Fletcher, Sherian Fraser, Shabika Gajnabi, Janelia Glasgow, Chanel Henry, Zeta James, Kiana Joseph, Mandy Mangru, Ashmini Munasar, and Karishma Ramarak. All right, this is Sports News for now. Nicolas Maduro is set to begin a 3rd term as Venezuela's president on Friday. That's despite opposition claims that Edmundo Gonzalez won July's election. Rivals are calling for mass protests against Maduro, who has been in power since 2013.
Opposition leader Maria Corina Machado is vowing to make her first public appearance in many months. Speaking from an undisclosed location, she's urging her supporters to take to the streets on Thursday ahead of President Nicolás Maduro's controversial third inauguration, and assured them she would also be there.
I wouldn't miss this day for the world. It's a historic day. It's a day in which all Venezuelans want to be part of. It's a day that we will tell our grandchildren about. I received a mandate in the primaries and a commitment to never ever abandon the Venezuelans.
Machado has been in hiding since August, a month after the disputed presidential elections, which the opposition candidate Edmundo González says he overwhelmingly won. But the race was called in favor of incumbent President Nicolás Maduro without presenting any verifiable voting tallies. The elections were followed by a heavy government crackdown and a wave of political detentions. González, who fled to Spain, has been on a tour to garner international support for a democratic transition in Venezuela and promises he will return to be sworn in. After meeting with President Joe Biden and other U.S. officials in Washington, on Tuesday he left for Panama, revealing that his son-in-law was kidnapped by masked men in Caracas. Venezuelan Interior Minister says González will be arrested if he attempts to re-enter the country.
If Edmundo González Urrutia sets foot in Venezuela, he will be arrested and tried by the Venezuelan justice system. And those who come with him will also be arrested.
Meanwhile, the government has increased military presence in Caracas and called for a counter-protest on Thursday. Venezuelans say the situation is unpredictable.
If it's Maduro, I don't really care because it's something we already expected, of course. But if Edmundo is sworn in, well, that would be nice. But really both options don't really matter to me because we need to be neutral given the situation.
Despite the rising tensions and international pressure, many Venezuelans remain skeptical that González will return anytime soon and are preparing for another 6 years under a defiant Nicolás Maduro. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera.
At least 5 wildfires are raging in Los Angeles. The 2 largest cover more than 27,000 acres and are not contained. 5 people are confirmed dead and more than 137,000 others have been evacuated. A fire broke out in the Hollywood Hills on Wednesday near the world-famous Hollywood sign, where buildings along the city's Sunset Boulevard, the famous strip that stretches for miles through Los Angeles, lie in ruins.
Picture of utter devastation. The flames here are pitiless, sparing nothing in their path, not the glitzy houses of Pacific Palisades, nor the hillsides.
The imagery of this is next level. It's shocking. I mean, I was down to my knees when I got up to my parents' house with just sheer amazement at what I was looking at, which was basically just a chimney stack and a pile of ash. I mean, it's something out of a movie.
With the fires still burning, more people are being told to evacuate their homes, faced with the agonizing decision of what to take and what to leave behind.
You look at something, you go, you know what, I've had that for almost all my life, but you know what, I can let that go. I can let it go. I can let it go. And then I took photographs and things that meant something. A little figurine that my daddy bought for me when I was 5, or those kinds of things.
Southern California is used to wildfires, but not like this. January is supposed to bring rain. Instead, the ground is tinder dry. Palisades, the first blaze to break out on Tuesday, has now become the most destructive in LA's history. Hurricane-strength winds fanning the flames, some desperately trying to protect their homes.
I know this looks pretty stupid, but if I can save one ember from burning down my house, I'll take the risk.
The downtown of Pacific Palisades is nearly wiped out. Its celebrity-filled suburbs, home to Tom Hanks, Ben Affleck and Reese Witherspoon, now deserted. Vice President Kamala Harris's Los Angeles residents also affected. What residents will return to, no one knows.
I'll be okay. I'm tough, and we'll start over. Even though I'm 91 years old, I'll start over again.
The scale and severity of these blazes is changing day by day. Here in Hollywood, in the hills, another fire on the horizon, showing how the situation can change in an instant. On the ground, there's limited water supply. The wildfires have caused massive issues for power supply too, affecting 1.5 million people.
The Eaton fire is now at around 10,600 acres with 0% containment. But we have over 2,000 city employees deployed and working non-stop to address this.
But promises of help will do little to calm fears. Scientists warn that wildfires in the region are growing faster and more unpredictable, fueled by climate change. As residents watch the orange haze on the horizon, all they can do is wonder what the next hours will bring. Helena Humphrey, BBC News, Los Angeles.
This other story to report. Denmark has made clear that Greenland is not for sale and that it belongs to its inhabitants. This after U.S. President-elect Donald Trump refused to rule out using military force to seize Denmark's autonomous territory. Germany and France have also warned Donald Trump against threatening Greenland. On Tuesday, Trump reiterated his desire to acquire Greenland, saying that the Arctic island was critical for national and economic security.
On the surface, Greenland has vast amounts of ice, under which lie valuable natural resources in terms of oil, gas and rare earths. But for the incoming US president, its strategic location is paramount.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it.
The Danish government is adamant it does, but has been diplomatic in its response.
We in the Commonwealth of Nations, Denmark, Greenland, the Faroe Islands, have a collective obligation to find our position in this slightly more uncertain world. And it also means we take responsibility for looking after our part of the Arctic. We're open to a dialogue with the Americans on how we can possibly cooperate even more closely than we do to ensure the American ambitions are fulfilled.
And yet President-elect Trump has not ruled out military action to achieve his aims. Among EU countries, the reaction has been clear. The German Chancellor said all countries must respect national borders and sovereignty.
The principle of the inviolability of borders applies to every country, whether to the east of us or to the west, and every state has to obey this principle, no matter if it's a small country or a very powerful state. It is a founding principle of international law.
The US has purchased land from other countries before, such as Alaska from Russia in the 19th century, and indeed offered to buy Greenland from the Danes before. 5 years ago, Donald Trump spoke of wanting to do the same.
Back then, nothing came of it, and it appeared to die with the arrival of the Biden administration. Now, Trump is back, and so too is this idea. Dominic Kane, Al Jazeera, Berlin.
A reminder of the headlines after this. Reminder of the headlines. New law year to open on Friday under the theme Accessibility and Awareness. The ECSC bridging the gap through community engagement. Government to establish a scholarship policy. Submissions closed for rebranded Independence Monarch competition. Regionally, Venezuela's president to enter third term protests as opposition disputes domina. Internationally, EU leaders react to Donald Trump's comments on Greenland. Plus, in the sports news, 2025 Independent Secondary Schools Under-20 Cricket Tournament to begin next week. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Thank you so much for tuning into the news. Have a good one. Good night.